On today's show, I'll show you how I made a couple of beautiful, unique, modern wall sconces to glam up my daughter's bathroom and how I made them for under $8 each. Also, to start this day, I'm taking you with me for a little fresh air, a little exercise, and a quick stress-relieving walk. Coming up next. Hi guys. Now you know how I had my bathroom redone about a couple of months ago. And it's the best decision I ever made. It's beautiful and it's like a beautiful spa. Well, we decided to also fix up our guest bathroom, which is our kids' bathroom. And it's been the same for 20, 30 years. So we wanted to put in a new shower, a tiled shower, and we're having the work done. So my daughter's been using our bathroom and she loves it. She's like, it's a shame I had to go back to my old bathroom. Well, I want to fix it up for her so it's more like a spa feel. I have these nice sconces in my my bathroom that I put up that really sets the mood, and I think I could do something like that in her bathroom. So I have an idea using these ice buckets I got from Dollar Tree, and I think they would make nice sconces, nice modern looking sconces hang on the wall. So I'm going to use this, and I am going to use some lights that, like the ones I have in my bathroom, my sconces, they take these LED lights that work by remote. They are rechargeable. They turn on and off with the remote. They can be set to motion sensitive, but I think they would be great just sitting in the bottom here. And I want to cover these to make a shade out of them. Maybe I was thinking using this to put a backing on it against a wall. Anyway, that's what I want to do today. So we'll see how this turns out. But first, I want to take you on a walk with me. It's starting to get warm outside, and I think it's good time for me to start getting out and getting some fresh air and taking walks every morning just to relieve, stress and to set my day off right. So I'm taking you on my walk today, and then we'll get to work, okay? I'm going to take a half an hour walk to help with my health and to relieve stress. I keep a card in my jacket, little information card in case anything happens, emergency contact, and my mace, just in case there's a dog or something or someone. Before I start walking, I do a little stretching both my legs out on the stairs. I always wear black, so I put on a white jacket so that cars can see me, white hat. And I try to go out when it's light. I like to watch the birds and the trees. No music, just the sound of nature. Since this is a quick walk, I like to take really long strides so that I get the most out of my walk. So I take really big steps. But I'm just going to go down this steep hill, and it's great exercise, so get a lot out of my short walk. Doesn't look steep from here, but it's like climbing up Stone Mountain. It's great exercise. When I was in high school, I used to go to this art school and it was in a ritzy part of the New Orleans, St. Charles area. There were lots of beautiful mansions that I had to walk 6 blocks from the streetcar to, and I used to love to look at these houses, look into the windows, and I'd imagine what the family, what it was like being at in a house with the family. It's pretty flowers. One of my biggest dreams was to have a house with stairs, because these were 2 3-story houses. And now when I walk down the block, it reminds me that I have a house with stairs. I have a big window that I keep open so that if there's another kid walking by dreaming, they can see our dining room table and imagine what it's like to eat together as a family. These are things I didn't have, and I have now. So now I can look back and realize that dreams do come true. I have my stairs in the house I always dreamed of, with my family sitting at the table. So I feel really blessed. So I'm back home. It's a quick walk, but very energizing. I had a difficult night last night. My mother, with the dementia, her personality is changing, and she's usually this sweet, kind little lady, and now she's kind of changed her personality. She's more agitated, argumentative. She doesn't remember who I am, really, ever. And she's always so surprised that I'm her daughter. Sometimes she wants to argue about it, and it's just really hard seeing her this way. And it's not that she doesn't remember who I am, but she doesn't even remember having a daughter named Toni, so that's kind of hard. But this really helped to just let go of some of that stress from last night. Sometimes you need some me time, and I'm ready for my day now. So now I'm back. I'm ready to work. That was a nice, refreshing walk. Took a nice bath, and I am ready to go. So let's start on this project. So I'm going to use this, and I think I want to make lamp shades. The same way I did last time. I used the Mod Podge to cover my organizers that I did last week. And I think I'm going to use the same and make a nice shade texture on here with tissue paper. So to make my bathroom sconces, I will be using these clear ice buckets I got from Dollar Tree with a cool shape. These were $1.25 each. And I found these oval wooden plaques at Walmart. They were a little over $1. And I think I want to use them as a backing to hang the sconces on the wall. And I decided to use tissue paper to cover my sconces to give it a nice kind of translucent shade. To light my sconces, I am using these pug lights. These are great because they are LED, they're rechargeable. You could just plug them in and charge them. They come with a remote. You can set the intensity of the light, high or low. You can set it to motion sensitive. or set a timer for the lights, or just keep it on all the time. I got this in a pack of 6 for $18, so they were about $3 each. And the tissue paper I got from Dollar Tree for about $1.25. So I'm going to start now by covering my shades, and I'm taking a few sheets and I'm tearing long strips. I want to cover this shade like in a sort of wavy overlay pattern. So I'll tear out a nice pile of these to start with. And I'll be overlaying them sort of like this, wrapping them around. I want it to sort of look like almost like a mountain range. And I will be using Mod Podge with a matte finish to give it more of a material look. And I'm going to coat the bucket with a good deal of Mod Podge, almost all the way around and pretty wide because the strips are pretty big. And I'm going to start by laying the flat edge of the strip almost at the top of the bucket, and as flat as I could make it. I do want some texture in here, so I don't mind the wrinkles. And I'm going to put some Mod Podge over that. I'm just going to let the paper extend above the top because I'm going to cut that later. Then I put more Mod Podge down, and I'm going to overlay my next layer, and I want to make sure it overlaps so I get a good bit of variation in the design so that it's transparent, a little opaque in some areas. So I'm going to make sure I have Mod Podge under it and above it. And you want to make sure this doesn't happen. You don't want it to tear, so don't brush it too hard. I want a nice kind of clean torn edge. So I'm going to tear this part off. So I want to make sure there's nothing that looks like holes in it. I want this design to be nice horizontal torn lines. Okay, so I think I covered the whole thing, and like I said, I'm going to let these pieces at the top and the bottom extend over. I'm going to cut them off later. So it's hard to tell until it dries what it's looking like, but I'm going to put the light in here just to see if I miss any spots. And I think that's looking pretty good. So I'm going to let this dry a little bit and start working on the next one. Okay, so this is after it has dried a bit, and I really like it. I like the transparent and opaque and the texture. It looks really nice. It's kind of like a textured frosted glass. And with the light in it, even better. Very nice shade. Okay, so now I can start cutting off the excess paper. I'm just going to use my scissors to cut around the top to leave a nice clean edge, and to cut around the bottom. And ooh, I really love this. This turned out really nice. It looks like a expensive frosted glass shade. Okay, so I made two beautiful shades, and I'm going to need something to hang this on the wall. So I think I'm going to use these little oval wooden plaques and hang them something like this. I'm going to paint these plaques black because the bathroom is sort of gray and has a great tile with white veins, so I think black will go well with this. But I need to be able to hang it, so on the back of this I'm going to attach a sawtooth hanger. And I bought this in a little set of 3, cost a couple of dollars, and it comes with really small screws. I'm going to just screw this into the back here, right here. And on the front of these plaques, I'm going to paint with metallic black paint. Now, while I let the base dry, to attach the sconces, shades to the back of the base, I'm going to put 2 little holes in the back of this. I'm going to start right in the center. And since this is plastic, I'm going to just use my hot glue gun and just sort of press on it lightly and twist it. And the hot glue head will go right through the plastic. Now, right after I take the head out, I'm going to use a skewer to put through that hole to make sure it stays. So I'm just going to punch this through and twist it around. Since it's still melted, it will make a bulge on the other side. So what I do is I use the hot glue gun to kind of press the bulge down a little bit so it won't be too thick, because the screws I'm using are really short. So I'm just going to go around the edges of that hole to melt that bulge down a bit. So I put 2 holes in here, one in the center and one right above it, about 1.5 inches up. And I'm going to make sure that that hole is open and it's pretty flat. So I'm putting the shade in position where I want it on that base, and I'm marking the holes where I want to screw it on through the openings. And I want the top of the shade to be flush with the top of the base. So in the wood base where I've marked it, I'm going to start some screw holes so it'll be easier for me to screw these in. I'm going to take the screws out. So now when I put the screws through the shade, it'll be easy for me to find the holes and know where I need to screw this in. Now when you're screwing the screws into the shade, be very careful. Don't screw it too tight because it's plastic. It will break if it's too tight. So just screw it until it's tight enough to just touch the plastic and keep it in sturdy. And that's it. Here's my beautiful little homemade sconce. Put a backing on it. I can hang like a picture. It's very lightweight. So let's put the light in it and see what the finished piece looks like with the light in it. So these pug lights come with these magnetic round pieces that have a adhesive backing. You can put them on counters or put them on a surface, and the light will stick to it like a magnet. It'll keep it in place, keep it from falling out or moving around. So it just snaps into place, and I can just take it out and charge it up. It's really easy. I love this. They're perfect for this sconce. It looks beautiful. So let's try these out in her new bathroom, see what it looks like. So we just finished updating the new bathroom. And here we have a new vanity light mirror. So my daughter has a better place to do her makeup. New vanity counter with caramel cabinets, lots of drawers, beautiful faucet and sink. I put up a nice picture and decor. Floor to ceiling silk and velvet curtains. And we also put up this acoustic paneling like in our bathroom, but a different lighter color. Added some greenery and potpourri to make it more spa-like. The shower is now nice and beautiful. Big marble style towel, a rain shower head, a shower nook, is much bigger. Penny tile and hexagon tile on the floor. But we did do a lot of changes in here. I don't have a before picture, but for a small space, it is much nicer than before. Now, let's add our new sconces to finish this bathroom off. So I'm just going to put up a thin, long nail right in between the paneling. This nail is black, so it's hard to see. But I put it almost flush to the paneling so that I can just slip this on the nail and it just hangs like a picture. And it's easy to adjust and easy to take off when I want to change the light. And I can just adjust the light with my remote. And this looks really nice against the paneling. So I put one in the front part of the bathroom when you come in and one in the back by the shower and the toilet. So now when my guest or my daughter goes into the bathroom in the middle of the night, no need to turn on the light because there is a spotlight glow in the bathroom. So if these are like anything like my sconces, the light usually lasts about a week if I turn them on every night and let them stay on during the night. Anyway, they come with this 3-cable charger. So like I said, it's real easy to just take them out, charge them up. It lights up red while it's charging and turns green when it's ready. I even made one for my mother's bathroom. She is moving slower now, but she's still getting up in the middle of the night. And this makes it a lot easier for her to see without having to look for lights to turn on. And looks like I'm gonna have to make a couple more because I am loving the way this looks by my front door. So for less than $10 each, we will all be able to have a little spa-like treatment in our baths. Tell me what you think. So I hope you all have a great week and I will see you in the next video. Guess what, everyone? I have a new home decor and home furnishing store. Go to shop.yourhouseofhome.com and you'll find beautiful, unique pieces to make your house a beautiful home. And for all my viewers, use the discount code TSD20 to get 20% off at checkout. Want more detailed instructions on some of these projects? On my Etsy store, for just a few dollars, you can get instant digital downloads of full-color step-by-step instructions with templates for some of your favorite projects. And check out my Amazon page where you can pick up my Book of Elegant Home Crafts, Volume 1, with all your favorite projects together in one big, beautiful, colored step-by-step instruction book. You can also get separate e-project booklets and full-color printed project booklets, all on my Amazon page. You'll also see all my favorite crafting tools and supplies seen on this show, and you can add them all to your cart for the one-click, fast, and easy shopping delivery convenience of Amazon. On social media, follow me at Your House of Home and Your House of Home TV. Like, share, subscribe, and your support is so appreciated.